Check that out. Another covered bridge. We did another video on the Watson Mill covered bridge. You could check that out on our channel. And then we saw that near that, we just typed in covered bridge, there's this one. And this was built in the early 1900s. And I'll let you read the sign here. It's called the Howard's Covered Bridge. We're in Georgia. And go ahead and check that out. Pause and read that. And it was, it looks like it was built in 1904, 1905, and it said it's had crisscross slats. So I'm interested to see what the floor of this thing looks like. Truly's already down the tunnel. It's really too bad that people are frickin' graffitiing this. It's like people have no class, no respect. It's amazing. But isn't that gorgeous? Look at that beautiful bridge. And it's got the old stone pillars that it's sitting on. There's probably a couple all the way down. I'll go down to the other side and we'll take a look underneath afterwards. But let's go inside and check this out. We did a good job with this walkway onto it. Obviously it used to be a car bridge. You could see the planks here. But they don't want people driving over now. 160 something feet. This is almost as long as the other covered bridge at Watson Mill, but that's the longest one in Georgia. But see how they did 3 here. But I'm not seeing the, oh, I see what they meant. They meant the cross beams going to hold the roof support. The upper supports are all crisscross. That is really cool. I didn't even notice that. Sorry, I was too busy looking at the ground. Because they used like literally 1x12s or 2x12s, and these are the real. I bet if you measure that, that's exactly 12 inches, and it's 2 inches thick. Same with these guys right here. You can see that's a real 2x12 right there. And these are, wow, look at this one. These are 2x24 maybe even. Jeez, 2x18. These are great. So these almost look like they did this originally, like they had some of these they needed to use up. But, wow, very cool. What a great structure. And obviously they replaced the roof with modern day metal. But very cool. And you can, what's cool is the Watson Mill Bridge, guys, if you're, oh, here, let me just interrupt myself and show you this. There's a gap in the floor here, like they had to replace them, or it screwed up somehow. And you can see down there, there's no water right now through there, right? But that's kind of cool. And there's some separation on some of these boards to get the sunlight coming in, like that. See if I can get it in the sunlight here and get a good shot. Ah, that's cool. But the Watson Mill Park, they've got a campground there. They've got trails to go hiking on. They've got a waterfall right underneath, or just off to the side of the covered bridge. It's the longest one in Georgia, and it's near Conyers, Georgia, off the 72 out of Athens, between Athens and Elberton, Georgia. It's really cool. But this has got that old grease kind of smell, right? Like the wood has been soaked in creosote or something like that. Creosote, like they do with the telephone poles, to keep it from getting eaten by bugs or rotting. But what do you think?
It's really cool. It's really peaceful.
Yeah.
I like that creek over there. And
yeah.
I just saw a cardinal, and he looks so pretty against all the brown. You know?
Awesome. Yeah, so this is probably a seasonal creek. When it rains, and maybe in the spring, there might be a spring around here that runs, but there's nothing running now.
But there's one parallel to it that is.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Where?
It's on the, you can see it from the other side of the bridge.
Okay, maybe we'll check it out when we go back over there.
It's got running water in it.
Okay, let's check that out. But it looks like this might be someone's private property here.
This is cool, this old stone wall with all the moss on it.
Yeah, I was going to go down underneath, and let's see if I can get down there. Yeah, I can go down here. So let me go down there and we could check out the construction underneath the bridge. But I just wanted to point this out. This almost looks like it was part of this. Like a gazebo over there, and there's some old couches and stuff. But that might be someone's private property, because it does say no trespassing right here, and there's a fence up. So there's a house where?
Right there.
Oh, there's a house over there. Okay, so there's a house back here, guys. So I guess this is private property, but it almost looks like it's part of this. So I'm going to pause this while I go underneath so I don't fall and wipe out. All right, so I came across the other side of the bridge because it's going to be easier to get down over here, and this is where the water is too, that Truly was talking about. But I wanted to point out this. They talked about this on the sign, and you'll notice this on other covered bridges around here, that underneath especially, they'll have like 3 pieces of wood all being held together by these wood dowels, these pegs, and instead of nails or bolts, they did it all out of that. And I noticed that, but they did nail these down. If you look close, you'll see the old heavy-duty nail tops there, right? There's one that's there, and there's one that's here, and that's all the way down. So they did use nails to put these down so it'd hold better, and then they could take it out. So it's easier to walk down on this side than climb down on the other side. But there's the creek that has the running water, and I didn't even notice that because I was too busy looking at the bridge when I walked through. But we're going to walk down to that right now. Let's go check it out. Now the other side that we were just on a second ago, this is where we first came in, obviously. It's no longer connected to the end. So I don't know if they lost some of it or if this just got washed out at some point. I'm assuming it got washed out. Even though that's there, you would think that there was another span that used to go across, but it looks like that's the front. But maybe what they did is they took the front that used to be over here and they brought it back and made it there after it got damaged, maybe in a big flood or something like that. Because a lot of times these areas will flood and it'll go all the way up to the top of this and maybe over the top into the road. Because some of these flash floods around here can be pretty bad. We've seen that. Bridges destroyed over by us. We're only like 45 minutes away from this, over in the just across South Carolina line. But I just wanted to point out that on the other side, it goes right out to the embankment. There's no gap like this. But if you look, the pegs that I was talking about, and you can see that on the Watson Mill Bridge video on our thing. Wow, look at that piece of wood. That is literally like 18 by 18. That is one solid hunk of tree right there, boy. Whew. But see the pegs coming out? So you got 3 pieces of wood on the outside, 2 here, and there's where you got your crisscross pieces starting. This one right here is going that way, and then this one right here is going that way. And there's the pegs coming through. And over here too, and that goes all the way down. So oh, here we got some bolts though. Look at this. I don't know if they put that in after the fact or if they actually did some bolt work on this in particular bridge back in the day. Here's another one. There's a bolt head right there. See if we could see the bolt going through underneath here. You can see that. See the bolt, threaded bolt going through there. So here she comes. Let's see if she wipes out. Let's get that on film.
I was just thinking that. I'm like, oh God, I hope I don't wipe out.
Taking a tumble roll all the way down the hill. So, and this is like literally this creek is coming around this corner here, and it's making a bend right here, and it's come right up to the side of this this support column, this old brick. But look at you can see the drill marks on this too. Isn't that neat? You got the drill marks from this. And now we're near Elberton, Georgia, which is the granite capital of the world, they claim. They do a lot of granite work there. I know up in Minnesota there's a big town. It's called the St. Cloud, Minnesota is called the Granite City. So they do a lot of granite up there too. A lot of granite quarries. But they say that Elberton's the granite capital. So you got kind of a rough, little bit of like, it's not really a rapids, but it's meandering around some dirt. So it's making that rapids noise. It's kind of nice. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to jump to the other side here to take a look at this bridge going down. This is fun too. You got like this area. A lot of these woods we go hiking in have these vines that are hanging all over. This one's kind of a small one, but it's kind of fun, you know. But here, instead of having the big support columns, they've actually done the beams. And look at, they've stacked up double wood there and like 4 pieces on this side. Sorry, I wasn't pointing right, but there's the double stack right there. And on that side, they've got 4. 1, 2, 3, yeah, 4 with a little shim on top, actually. Then on the other one, they've got the kind of the same thing going on. It's kind of a little janky and hanky, but it works. But isn't that neat? I love these old covered bridges and stuff like this. So thanks so much for watching. Thanks for supporting our channel. Please, if you like this stuff, hit like and subscribe. It'll help our channel grow. You can check out another video right there. And check out our channel right there. We have over 1,700 videos at this point. And all kinds of subject matter, including travel and animals and machinery and all kinds of fun stuff. So check it out. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one.